Sebas.
What are we going to talk about today?
We are going to talk about the carbon cycle, that is the biochemical cycle in which the carbon is exchanged to the biosphere, geosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere. And
okay, all we know is that the carbon dioxide cycle is an indefinite cycle which is transferred from the atmosphere through the, for example, the dead organism and waste products to the soil carbon, which is the bottom of the earth, and then is transferred from the root respiration through the atmosphere again. And also the human emissions are the ones who are kept in this cycle to be unhealthy and might be destroyed just in a few years. Well, and now, more interesting news with Amin. Amin?
Well, thank you, Sebas. Right now I'm talking about the carbon cycle. Well, the carbon cycle is composed by three essential reactions. The first one is the decomposition, which is a double replacement reaction. As an example of this is the delay of the carbons. The second one is the photosynthesis. Well, which is a double replacement reaction. As an example of this is the plants, because it's essential of this. Well, and the third is the respiration, which is a combustion. Well, the respiration is essential for all living things. Come back with the host.
Thank you, Amin. If you've noticed, all of them have to do with carbon dioxide. This is what I explained a while before. Now we're going with Hugo Cantu with the weather. Hugo.
Thank you, Sebas, and now we're going to the weather, in which, according to me, I'm hot. No, I'm not hot. Well, here in Monterrey, we have a minimum temperature of 9 degrees and a maximum of 23 degrees. This is going to be an extreme day. Why? Because the greenhouse effect that is caused by the carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide is released for humans, for factories, industries, and cars. This is a very bad gas that is released in the atmosphere that is going to change all the climate in the earth, not only here in Mexico, obviously. For example, here in Phoenix, we have 9 degrees like minimum and 22 degrees as maximum. So in the next image, we could see here in Monterrey that it's going to be a extreme days. For example, today is rainy, the Tuesday is sunny, it's going to the bikinis, the beach, you know, and the Friday is going to be cloudy. This is going to be a very extreme week, but it's going to be a funny week, yeah. So we are going to the streets in which we interview the person about the global climate.
Okay, thank you. Now we're going with Luis Loera, who is with the expert in ecology, Eduardo Vargas. Loera?
well, here I am with the specialist Eduardo. Hi Eduardo.
Hi, how are you?
Fine. Eduardo, have you seen the weather this day? I mean, yesterday was getting hot, and today, look, it's getting cold.
Yeah, well, it's whisper or fall. Yeah, carbon dioxide is one of the most present compounds in the atmosphere. Okay, well, some causes are the breathing. Yeah, or breathing. Yeah, we release carbon dioxide when we exhale. Okay, also in the industries, all the gas that they release, some of them are carbon dioxide. Yeah, also the carbon dioxide is present in combustion of some engines, yeah, some motors, okay, and well, some effects of the carbon dioxide are the greenhouse effect, yeah. That means it's a layer that trap the solar rays, yeah, and that produce a higher temperature, yeah. Also produce a global climate change, yeah. So how, as you said before. Yeah, yesterday was getting cold, today was getting hot, yeah, even both in one day. Yeah, and well, that's all. That's one of of the effects and causes.
Okay, now we're going with the opinion of the famous writer Andres Lopez.
You ever ask yourself what global warming is? Which reactions are involved in it? No? Well, global warming is when the earth heats up, when the temperature rises. This problem is caused by the greenhouse gases that are the carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, vapor water, and methane. This problem is occasioned by when the sun of the light is trapped in the atmosphere. It causes that the temperature change. This is a problem for not only for people, it is for animals and for plants. When the carbon dioxide and the water get together, it creates a new substance, that is the acid rain, that hurts many people. Another things that cause the global warming are the excessive use of cars and the excessive use of energy. So we have to take the public service, we have to use less the electricity, we have to save the world.
This is breaking news.
Thank you and thanks for watching. See you
See you
next
next
time.
time.
Well, this work thing was another way for me to understand more about the carbon cycle because I almost didn't know about this topic. And with respect to the carbon dioxide, well, I had knowledge about it. But now with this work, I could learn the different process in which this compound helps, and in some cases affects the atmosphere and the world.
As part of this team, I learned about this project and all the functions and the process that are involved in the carbon cycle, such as, the evaporation and the places that take care of this. The atmosphere, biosphere, or hydrosphere. Another thing that I learned was about the global warming that affect our world, and we need to take care of this. There are possible solutions, and it could be turn off the lights in our home when we don't use them, and plant more trees and take care of the trees and forests in our world.
The carbon dioxide is essential in the daily life because this way, here during centuries ago, the carbon dioxide can help in the greenhouse effect, but the increasement of carbon dioxide affect on the environment for the production of combustion, such like fabrics, cars, etc. And this time we could change our things to protect the planet, such like the energy alternatives.
In this topic I learned a lot, and honestly I didn't know much about the carbon cycle. Now I understood it, and I know how easily it is to be broken and how much we need to take care of it, because if we don't, in the next few years the carbon cycle will be trashed, and with it the whole planet. We need to produce less fossil fuels and less burning them.
During this stage, I learned many things. Now, I know the importance of the carbon cycle, because without this, we cannot survive. We have to maintain this process, but we have to produce less pollution. We have to use less the car, and we have to use less electricity. We have to save the planet.
In this topic, I learned about an important process called carbon cycle. This is the process that maintains the balance in carbon dioxide, the greenhouse gas that we produce in factories, cars, also our breathing, and is one of the producers of the global warming. We need to take care about the earth, about the pollution, and about our life.